Good afternoon, everyone. Today we will see SD3 fifth unit. Okay, that is water tank design, or you can call it as liquid retaining structure. Okay. You have seen different types of retaining water tanks. Okay, some of them are in circular. Okay, some of them are in rectangular. Some of them are in square. Okay, and you have seen some of them are located at the ground level or inside the ground or in elevated form. Okay, so today we will see the uh, as per syllabus we will go for the designing of the circular, square and rectangular design of water tank. Before going to that, we will see what are the water tanks. Water tanks are the nothing but to store the water for our daily requirement, correct? So water tank can be divided into n number of types. The first one is on location. Okay, okay, if you go for location, it will be tank resting on the ground. Okay, tank resting inside the ground or under the ground and in elevated form. Okay, so inside the ground or in elevated form. Okay, and depending upon the shape, we have circular, rectangular, square, or spherical in shape, spherical tank, and intense tank. Okay, intense tank, it is basically depends upon the principle of the intense. Okay, so we have different types of tanks depending upon the shape and location. Okay, the tank which are resting on the ground or underground, okay, which are resting on the ground or underground will have flat bottom. Okay, will have flat bottom, but elevated tank have the flat bottom or sometimes it will be conical bottom. For this one, it will be have flat bottom of the tank, or sometimes it will be in terms of conical bottom. Okay, the tanks are not only designed for the strength but also for the imperviousness. Okay, see, suppose if you are constructing a tank, okay, I will call this one as sump tank. Okay, which you use daily for your in your house. Okay, this is your building and this is your sump tank. Okay, it is not only that it should be strength, but also it should not impervious means the water should not leak from the either sides of the tank. Okay, the care should be taken that it is totally water sealant. And some of the points that should be considered in the designing is that the use of rich, one second, I will write here, important thing that should be taken care that we should keep water cement ratio a little bit higher. Okay, then we should use rich concrete, that is M20 or greater. Next one, we should use the smaller diameter of bars. Okay, diameter of the bars. Next one, there should be a cover of minimum 25 mm should be provided, minimum cover. Next one, proper mixing, good compaction and good curing should be done. Next one, keep tensile stress below low in the concrete. Okay, the tensile strength should not be greater. Okay, so these are the some points that we should remember. And we have some code. Okay, code of practice for the designing of water tanks. The first one is IS 3370 2009 part 1. Okay, which is generally used for general requirement. General requirement. The second one, IS 3370 2009 part 2. Okay, which is used for reinforced concrete structure. Next one, part 3, it is for pre-stressed concrete structures. The next one, part 4, we have here design tables. Okay, see, and also we will take the help of IS 456 2000. Okay, so just remember what here we are using IS 3370 2009, which is for general requirements, part 2 for reinforced concrete structures, part 4 for design of tables, and part 5, that is Indian standards IS 456 for reinforced concrete in that limit state method. See here we are not using the part 3 because it is pre-stressed concrete structure. So for our syllabus it is not there, so we are omitting this one. So generally we use part 1, part 2, part 4, and IS 456. Okay. Next one. Before going to designing, we have some design constant. And the designing of water tank is very easy. Just here also we have to determine the AST. If you determine the AST for side walls and for the bottom, then it's over. See, if you're going for rectangular, circular, whatever, just to determine the AST for this one, AST for this one. If you have top means you have to determine the AST for upper one. Okay. So the design constant used in water means in designing of water tank, that too in working stress method. Okay, here we are not using limit state method, we are using working stress method. The first one is KD. There is nothing but the depth of neutral axis. Depth of the neutral axis. They may ask for MCQs. Just remember the formula. That is KD, or you can call it as K, which is equals to M into sigma CBC divided by M sigma CBC plus sigma ST. Okay. If you want to note down, you can note down, or later I will share the PDF. Okay. Where M is nothing but the modular ratio. Okay. Sigma CBC is nothing but the permissible compressive stress in the concrete, which you have already used in the designing of RCC structures. Sigma ST is nothing but the permissible stress in the steel. Okay. So the next one is M. We need the value of M, that is modular ratio. Modular ratio M, it is given by EST divided by EC, or you can take it as 280 upon 3 times sigma CBC. Okay, just remember this formula. To determine the modular ratio, we have 280 upon 3 times sigma CBC. Sigma CBC is nothing but the permissible compressive stress in the concrete, that too in bending. Okay, after getting that one, we need lever arm. Okay, lever arm, you can call it as J or JD, which is given by 1 minus K upon 3. Okay, what is K? K is nothing but the depth of the neutral axis. The last design constant, that is Q, or sorry, Q, which is equals to half into sigma CBC multiplied by K multiplied by J. Okay, Q is nothing but the moment of resistance, moment resisting factor. Q is nothing but the moment resisting factor. Okay, just remember we need the depth of the neutral axis, that is K. It is given by M into sigma CBC divided by M sigma CBC in plus sigma ST. Modular ratio, it is given by 280 upon 3 times sigma CBC. JD, that is lever arm, it is given by 1 minus K upon 3. Q, that is moment resisting factor, which is given by half into sigma CBC K into G. Okay, just remember these things. And also we have different types of joints. Okay, that is joints in the water tanks. The first one is nothing but the movement joint. In movement joints we have construction joint, next one expansion joint, next one sliding joint, in construction joint next one temporary, okay. If you if in exam, if you just remember, one second, okay, just remember the different types of joints. Okay, that is movement joints. In that we have construction contraction joints, expansion joint, sliding joint, and construction joint and temporary joints. Okay, if the mode of your examination is offline, then in codebook it is given. Okay, that too in part 1. This is the part 1. Okay, IS 3370 part 1 2000. Okay, just it gives the concrete structure for the storage of liquids, code of practice. So just once go through the code book, whatever it is there. Okay, from here we have the joints. Okay, each and everything is given about the joints that are used in the water tanks, contraction joint, expansion joint, all type of joint with respect to the diagrams. Okay, the same joints, the principle is same as you have learned in the TRE. Okay, the principles are same. Okay, we have different types of joints here. Okay, up to here you will get the details about the joints in the water tank. Okay, and in part 2 we need okay, we need this table, that is permissible concrete stress in the concrete. Okay, so for different grade of concrete we have different tension, direct tension and tension due to bending. Okay, if you are using M25, then the direct tension will be 1.3, or tension due to bending it will be 1.8. Okay, so we need this tabular column, and we need this one. Okay, permissible stresses in the concrete, we need this one, means sigma ST. Suppose if you are using M25 grade of concrete, sigma CBC value will be 8.5. okay, like this. So for different grades we have different tabular columns. So see here, this tabular column 2 and 1 are most important. Okay, once you will get while solving the numericals. Okay, then we have method of analyzing. See, the behavior of walls of water tank is more complex. They need sophisticated method of analysis. Okay. So, however, there are some approximate methods are there, and there are some of the IS code methods are there. So we will go. We will solve on both. That is on approximate method and also on IS method. Okay. In your exam, on a circular here, circular, and here also circular, and here square and rectangle. Means square tank. Okay. In the exam, he asked to design a circular tank with respect to approximate method, and once he asked design the circular tank with respect to IS code method. Okay. And design the square and rectangular tank with respect to approximate method. Okay. In IS code method, he has not asked. Okay. So we will see both the methods. In approximate method, see, we will take some assumptions, that it is assumed that the circular tank bottom 1/3 height, or see, if I draw the diagram, so if this is the 1/3 height, okay, here this is the stress. Okay, here there will be a triangular stress which is acting at the 1/3 the height. Okay, or sometimes we will take it act at 1/3 the height or 1 meter. We will take whichever is greater. Okay, whichever is greater. If it is rectangular one, we will take h by 4 or 1 meter. Okay, means the cantilever action, the maximum pressure which is acting at this point, we will take it is acting at h by 4 or 1 meter, whichever is greater. Okay, we will see why we should take this one. Okay, why we should take for circular this one and for a rectangular this one, and what are the importance of this one. Okay, suppose if your tank height is say 5 meter height, and the maximum hook is acting at 1 meter, so we will design for this much height there will be one design, for remaining 4 meter there will be another design. Okay, in approximate method we have circular tank with flexible base, means which is free to move, flexible base, and circular tank with rigid base. Okay, so first one I will take. Don't get confused. Once you start to solve the numericals, you will get some ideas. Okay, circular tanks which have a flexible base. What we will do here, we will take first one, circular tank with flexible base. Here the hook tension, the hook force which is acting at this point. Okay, here it is given by gamma into h into d by 2, where t is nothing but the hook force or hook pressure, and the gamma is nothing but the unit weight of water. You can take it as a 9.81 or you can take it as 10. Okay, h is nothing but the height of the tank, and d is nothing but the diameter of the circular tank. Okay, suppose if your in case if your tank is with rigid base. Okay, This will be your small h, okay, which is given by h by 3 or 1, whichever is greater here, and this will be the total height, okay. Load taken by hoop action. This is for rigid base. Okay. This one is load taken due to cantilever action. Okay. So here what we are doing, we are just here we will calculate the movement, that is sigma h minus h into one third the height. Sorry, one third the height means at this point the moment will be acting due to the cantilever action. So density means this half into base into sorry, force into perpendicular distance. Therefore this height and one third the height multiplied by the density, we will get the movement. And the maximum hoop tension T, which is given by T equals to gamma h minus h half the diameter. Okay, only the changes is this much. So don't get confused, more confused. Once you solve the numericals, you will understand how to calculate the TM and the reinforcement for the different types of tanks. Okay. And one more thing, if this is your tank, okay, you can't fill up to this point. Okay. This is FWL, nothing but the full water level. Okay. So what we are doing, we are providing extra height, which is nothing but we will call this extra height as free board. Is nothing but the free board. This is 3 meter. We can give it up to 200 mm. This is 0.2. Therefore, the total height will be 3.2 meter. Okay. This is means we will provide the extra free board for the water tanks. Therefore, the total height will be 3.2 meter. So the designing of circular tanks, we have steps. The first step we have, we will find the constant. You were listening now? Hello? You were listening the design now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So from the table, we have got sigma c value as how much? 8.5. Okay. On simplification, we
Sir,
will
now
get 10.
your screen is not being shared.
Sorry.
Your screen is not being shared, I guess, sir.
Okay. From where you have not seen? From step one, you were seeing my screen now?
No, sir.
Akshata, what was the last slide that you have seen?
Sir, about the movement joints, the construction joint, expansion and sliding joint, sir.
From that, you have not seen anything.
No, sir.
At least you have said me. That's okay.
Sir, that design we had seen about from yes, sir. We didn't see this slide.
This slide.
Yes.
Okay.
Partial, we saw the
See,
freeboard and all, 3.2
okay.
meter. Afterwards, it went off. From
Okay.
design,
From designing,
we didn't see. Yes.
okay. Okay. From designing, you have not seen. Okay. In designing, um, means design step we have that here we will find the constant that is M, K, G, and Q. Okay. The next step it will be finding the dimensions. Dimensions means what? We know the formula that is V equals to volume equals to A into H. Okay. Here he will says that the capacity is 5 lakh 5 lakh liter, 9 lakh liter, whatever he will give, and he will say the height of, he will give also give the height of the tank. So by knowing these two, we will determine the unknown thing that is area. If it is the circular tank, what we will do, we will go for pi d square by 4. Okay. If it is square, it will be a by a. Area is given by a by a, and the rectangular it will be given by L into B. Okay, area. So with the help of these two known values, we will determine the unknown value that is a value. So here we will determine the dimension. The next thing, to determine the thickness of the wall. Thickness of the wall, it is determined by either one, we will take directly 150 mm, or we will take 30 times the height plus 50. Okay, where h is the height of the tank, sigma, and c, that is t, means the third method is that sigma, it is given by t upon b into t. We have to determine the t plus m minus 1 into ast. We have this formula. So we have three different formula to determine the thickness of the wall. Thickness of the wall means this is your tank. Okay. So this thickness we have to determine. Okay. So we can find out either from these two. Suppose that, say that, means I will go for the b1. Okay, that is 30 times the height plus 50. So says that you say your water tank height is 3 meter. 30 into 3, it will be 90 plus 50. So on adding those two, we will get 140. So therefore the total thickness of the tank we have got is 140. Either you can say take 200 mm wall thickness, or you can take 250 wall thickness. Okay. The next one, we will go for designing of water tank. In water tank, with the help of the T, we will determine the AST. With the help of AST, we will determine the steel required. Okay. Similarly, the fifth step is that distribution steel. Here in distribution steel, what we will do, we will take the minimum AST and we will find the spacing. Next, the sixth step is that design of base slab. Base slab means this one, bottom slab, which is resting on the ground. So here also the steel is calculated directly using the AST minimum. Okay, with the help of the AST minimum, we will determine the base slab. At last, what we will do? We will go for the detailing. Okay, so the first problem is like this: design a circular tank with flexible base for 5 lakh liter capacity. Okay, here he has given the volume, that is 5 lakh liter capacity, and he has given the grade of concrete as M25, steel is 4 on 5, height of the tank, that is 3.5 meter without, okay, without freeboard. Okay, and sigma st has given 150 newton per mm square. Now now our first step is that to determine the constant, that is modular ratio m. It is given by 280 upon 3 times sigma cbc. Okay, just substitute the value 280 divided by 3, but we don't know the value of sigma cbc. So how we will determine sigma cbc? From IS 3370 part 2 page number 3. Okay, sigma CBC for M25 grade of concrete. Here the grade of concrete is M25 and sigma CBC value, it is 8.5. Okay, from IS 3370 part 2 page number 3 or table number 2. Okay, you will get the value of sigma CBC as 8.5. So substitute the values 8.5, you will get the value of m. Next, we have to determine the neutral axis depth, that is k, m into sigma cbc divided by m times sigma cbc plus sigma st. Okay, this is the formula. Substitute the values. M value we have got 10.98. Sigma cbc from the tabular column we have got 8.5 divided by 10 into 8.9 multiplied by 8.5 plus sigma st, it is directly given. Okay, 150 in the question only he has given. Okay, on solving we will get the k value as 0.383. Okay, next we have to determine the lever arm factor, that is g, j, 1 minus k upon 3, j it is given by 1 minus 0.383 upon 3, 8.72. Therefore the value of j, it is 8.72. Okay, then we have moment resisting factor, that is q, which is given by half into sigma cbc multiplied by k multiplied by j 1 by 2. Substitute the values. Therefore 1.169. Okay, we have got all the constant. Then we have the what is the second step? We have to determine the dimensions of the water tank. See, our tank is what, in what shape? It is circular shape. Okay, and height he has given 3.5 meter. Okay, and we will take the freeboard of 200 mm. Otherwise we will skip the freeboard. Then volume equals to area into h. Okay, volume how much he has given? 5 lakh liter. we have got the volume, that substitute here. Area, how much it is, we have to determine the area, that is pi d square by 4, multiply height, how much it is, 3.5. Okay, on simplification we will get the diameter as 14.28, or we can say d equals to 15 meter. Okay, here we have got the internal diameter of the tank as 15 meter. The next step is that step 3, we have to determine the thickness of the wall. Thickness of wall. So what we will do, we have 150 mm, and another one we will go for, that is 30 times the height plus 50. Okay, this will be 30 into total height was 3.5 meter plus 50. Okay, on simplification it will be 155 mm. So what we will do, we will take the T as 200 mm. We will take little bit greater. Okay, we have got the thickness, that is T equals to 200 mm. Next, step 3, we have design of tank walls. Okay, here we will design for bottom portion and top portion. Okay, means this is your tank. For this bottom portion we will design for the bottom portion and design for the top portion. Okay, now consider h by 3 or 1 meter. Initially I have said which is greater, we have to take this value, this height. Okay, h, how much we have, 3.5 upon 3, which is equals to 1.16 meter or 1 meter. This is the greater one, so we will take h as 1.16. Okay, next, hoop tension at bottom. Instead of going for hoop tension, you can directly go for hoop force also. Okay, that is h. So hoop tension, it is given by P equals to Okay. Hook uh, hook tension at the bottom. So the maximum pressure intensity for 1.16 meter. Okay, don't take it for 1 meter, take it for 1.16 meter. So the pressure, the total maximum pressure, how much it is? Gamma into, that is density into height. Density it is 9.81, okay, multiplied by 3.7, which is including freeboard. Okay, so the pressure, the total pressure is how much it is? 36.3 kilonewton per meter square, and maximum hook tension, that is T equals to gamma into H into D upon 2. So we have calculated the gamma into H, that is 36.329, sorry, 36.3 multiplied diameter we have taken 15 divided by 2, which is equals to 20 272.22 kilo Newton. Okay, so we have got the value of T. With the help of T, what we will do? We will calculate the AST. AST required, it is given by T upon permissible stress, that is sigma ST. T, how much we have got? We have got 272.22 multiplied by 10 power 3, because we are converting it into Newton, divided by sigma ST. It is given directly given in the question, that is 150 Newton per mm square. On simplification, how much we have got? 1814.3 mm square. Okay, so we have got the AST. Now we have to determine the AST minimum. First, we will check AST minimum whether it is greater than or lesser than the required one. So this one will be given by 0.3%. Okay, of gross area, which is nothing but 0.3 upon 100 into 1000. Thickness, how much we have taken? We have taken 200. Therefore, minimum AST we have got 600 mm square. This is minimum AST and this is the required AST. So we will go for this one. Okay, that is AST. How much we have got? AST is equals to 1814.3 mm square. Okay. Now, what I will do? I will provide 16 mm dia bar. Okay. Now, small AST will become how much? Pi d square upon 4, which is equals to pi into d. What is 16 mm dia upon 4, which is equals to 201 mm square. Okay. Now, what I will do? I will determine the spacing, that is small AST divided by capital AST multiplied by 1000, which is equals to small AST. How much we have got? Means for 16 mm diameter we have got 201 divided by capital AST here, that is 1814.3 multiplied by 1000. We will get how much? 110.78 mm. Okay, this is the spacing. So what I will do? I will say provide 16 mm dia, okay, at 110 mm center to center along up, up to 1 meter. Okay, this much height we have designed. Okay, for remaining height we will design, that is 1 point total how much is 3.7 minus
Sir, is there any
1.16.
spacing check? Sir,
Sorry,
is there any check for the
uh,
spacing?
no, it should be lesser than 300. Spacing should not be greater than 300. Okay, for slabs according to IS 456 it should not be greater than 300 mm. Okay, it should be always lesser than the 300 mm.
Okay, sir.
See, for this height we have calculated. So for remaining height we have to calculate, and the procedure will be the same. Okay. Now for middle portion, for middle part. So again, hook tension, that is sigma h into d upon 2. Okay, this is 9.81. Okay, height will be 3.7 minus 1.16, because for remaining portion we are calculating. Okay, multiplied by diameter, how much it is? 15 meter in internal diameter divided by 2. Okay, therefore we will get the value of T as 186.88 kilo Newton. Okay, we have got the T. Okay, with the help of the T, what we will do? We will calculate the AST. That is AST equals to T upon sigma AST. Okay, T value how much we have got? 186.88 divided by sigma AST, how much it is? 150. Correct? Which is equals to 1245.86 mm square, 1245.86 mm. Okay, which is obviously greater than the AST minimum. Minimum how much we have got? We have got this much AST, that is 600, which is greater than the required one. So suppose if you get this one as 550 mm square, okay, then you should not provide 550 mm. We should provide the minimum AST, that is 600. Okay, but we have got 1248, so we will provide this AST. Here what I will do, I will provide 16 mm dia bars. Okay, therefore spacing it will be given by small AST. How much we have got? For 16 mm dia, it is 201. Therefore, 201 divided by 1245.86 multiplied by 1000. So we will get the spacing, say around 161.33 mm. So what I will do, I will provide 16 mm dia at 160 mm center to center. Okay. Here we can divide this reinforcement into two parts. That is two times the spacing near and away from the water face. Means, yeah. While detailing, I will tell you. Okay, just now see, this is 16 mm center to center at 160 mm center to center distance. Okay. The next what we have for base. Base and the distribution will be same. So next we will go for distribution steel. Distribution steel means if these are your main bars, then we have to give the distribution steel, correct? So distribution steel, what we are doing? We are providing the minimum AST, that is minimum AST minimum, how much we have got? That is 600 mm square. Okay. So what we will do? We will provide 10 mm dia bars. Okay. Where we will get the small AST, means that is pi d square upon 4. We will get the small AST. Spacing how we will calculate? That is small AST divided by capital AST multiplied by 1000. So we will get the spacing. So we will get 3 pi d square. This will be 78.55 mm square. Okay. Now small AST divided by capital AST is how much? 600 multiplied by 1000. We will get 130.91. Okay, mm center to center. So what you do? Just provide 10 mm dia at 130 mm center to center. Okay, you have determined the distribution. Next, what we will do? We will go for the base, means this one. For base also, it will be the same. Okay, that is AST minimum. How much we have got? 600 square. Small AST for 10 dia. How much we have got? 78.55. Spacing also we will get 130.91 center to center. Okay. The procedure is same. The next thing is that you should go for the detailing. I will show one wall. See for the below one, how much we have got? 16 dia at 110 center to center distance. Okay. See here what we are doing, we are providing at this space also and this space also. Okay. We have calculated for one space. What we will do? So we will divide it. Means we will get. So we here we have got how much? Here it is. Okay. 110. It will be for one face. It will be 220 means for one facing we were giving. So here we have two face, so it will be, we can divide it. So the spacing will be 220 center to center. Okay. Above we have got 16 center to center. At 130 we have got how much? For the middle portion 160 we have got, therefore we will provide 320 center to center. Okay. Means we can't provide here for, we can't show here more than 300 because for it is for one face. What for curtailing and for each facing we can show greater than 300 Okay. Even in retaining wall, for curtailing also we have shown the double spacing. Okay. This is for single facing, this is for double spacing. Here also it is been dividing. Okay. Here we have got 320 sorry 320 center to center distance. Okay. Then we have distribution bars 10 dia at, for we are again we are dividing it 320 center to center distance. Okay. And for base it is 10 dia at 20 this is how we will go for the base. Just remember one more here, it will, they will give the quantity, just determine the constant with the help of the and the next what you do, just determine the diameter, or if it is square or rectangle or whatever, determine the diameter, then determine the thickness. Okay. With the help of the thickness what you do, just determine the value of t. Okay. With the help of t what you do, just determine the ast. With the help of ast what you do, just determine the spacing. Again for middle part determine the t.
from T to AST, from AST to spacing. Okay, then we have distribution bar. For distribution, still what we are doing, we are taking minimum AST. With the help of minimum AST, what we will do, we will determine the spacing. For base also, what we will do, we will take the minimum AST. This is how we will solve the circular tank. Okay, I will solve last one problem, means on which have came in exam. An examination problem I will do, and afternoon I will continue. See, it's on December 2015. Okay, he asked for 12 marks, and the question is like this: design a section of a circular tank with a flexible base resting on the ground. The wall is subjected to maximum hoop tension. Okay, directly he has given T value as 260 kilonewton. Use Fe 500. Okay, and M35. Okay, the limiting design surface crack width may be taken as 0.1. Okay, ignore that one. Now, the first step is that the first step, determine the constant, that is modular ratio 280 upon 3 times of sigma CBC, 280 3 times sigma CBC for M35. If you go for the tabular column, it is 11.5, page number 3. Okay, we will get M value as 1.1. With the help of M, we will calculate the K value we will get for 3.83. Okay, next J value it is 0.87. Next Q value it is 1.91. Okay, we have got all the constants. Then we have to go for the determination of, see here we don't require, means here we are not required supposed to determine the dimension also, because directly has given the hoop tension. So T he has given. Second step, design of tank wall. Okay, at the bottom, at the bottom AST equals to T upon sigma ST. T value how much it is? 260, already given in the question. Multiply 10 power 3 divided by 150. We will get AST as 1733.33 mm square. Okay, so what I will do, I will use 16 mm dia bars. So if you use 16 mm dia bar, spacing we will get 110. Therefore, provide 16 mm dia at 110 mm center to center. Okay, we have got for the bottom one. Okay, here only I will do. For at the middle, what I will do, I will take T value as approximately half of the bottom one. So it will be 260 upon 2. What I will do, I will take approximately half. That is 130 kilo Newton. So now I have got the value of AST as 130. Sorry, T value as 130. What I would have AST, it is given by T upon sigma ST. That is 130 into 10 power 3 divided by sigma ST value is 150. Therefore, AST value I will get as 866.66 mm square. Okay, therefore what I will do, I will provide 16 mm dia bars. 16 mm, with the help of 16 mm it is into D, which upon 0.3%, 50 upon 1000, you will get AST as 450 mm square. Then I will get the spacing as 170 for 10 mm dia. Therefore, provide 10 mm at 170 mm center to center. Okay, this was the which was given on the December 2015 question paper problem. The thing is that if you once you determine the value of t, then other thing is quite easy. Okay, from t we will calculate the AST. From AST we will calculate the spacing. Okay, in 2016 also
Sir,
he has
sir,
given.
sir.
Huh, huh.
For the above portion, why did we take t's value as exact half?
For which one? For above one, previous question.
No, not this question only, sir.
Huh, huh,
For the like middle portion, middle part, we had taken
huh.
t is equal to 130. Why we
Yeah,
have taken exact half?
because here we have not determined any dimensions. Okay, because directly he has given the t value. Correct. What is the formula for T1? I will write down one second. T, it is given by sigma into h into d upon 2, correct? But he has directly given the value of t. So it is not necessary to determine the value of h and determine the value of d. So what we have done, we have directly taken the t. For the bottom we have taken the full t. Okay, so and we assume that this is the approximate method, not IS standard method. So we assume that at the middle portion it will be half. Okay, we assume and we will go for the determination of t. If we have determined the value of h, d and etc., so we can determine the h for h by 3 and 1 meter, whichever it is less. So we have taken these values and we have determined the value of t. But here he has not given any dimension, directly he has given the value of t. So what we have done, we have just assumed that, and this is also a flexible water tank. So we assume that the hoop tension at the middle span it will be equals to half of the bottom one. Means approximately it will be half of it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Anybody having doubt? Anybody having doubt? In 2016 also, he has given the value of t, that is 240, and sigma st has given 150 mm. Okay, the same question he has asked. Okay, afternoon, at what time shall I take the class? What is the criteria for AST? Means, Ankita?
Hello, sir.
हाँ Ankita.
In yesterday problem, sir, we take on 12% of AG. In now we
Yeah.
taken
हाँ हाँ.
0.3%.
See, in IS
What is the
456
criteria of
2000,
AST?
yeah, I will tell you. So in IS 456 2000, for beams, for slabs, for tanks, okay, we have different standards with respect to IS 456. If you go for beams, the minimum reinforcement that we can provide is 0.8%, percent of gross area, and the maximum 1.3 for 500 for greater than
Sir, there is severe
FY bar.
disturbance in your voice. We are not able to hear you, sir.
Okay. See, for according to IS 456, okay, for beams, okay, we have minimum ST as 0.8% with respect to IS 456 2000, and the maximum reinforcement that we can provide in the that will be a 4%. If you come forward to the slab, okay, with respect to IS 456, for if you are using HYSD bar, okay, sorry, HYSD bar, it will be 0.12% of gross area, minimum AST, okay. If you are using mild steel, okay, it will be 0.15% of the gross area with respect to IS 456. Then if you go for tank, here we will use HYSD bars. So here we will take 0.3% of the gross area. The minimum AST, it should be greater equal to 0.3% gross area. Okay, Ankita?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Anybody having doubt? And I have left with um, design of circular tank with flexible base is there, that too by approximate method. Then circular tank, design of circular tank with IS code method, and a rectangular square tank is there. So at what time shall I take the class? Afternoon section, 2:30 or 3 o'clock? 3. Okay, at 3 o'clock I will take the class. We will see approximate method and flexible method, means IS code method. If not possible, we will tomorrow we will see on rectangular and the square one. Okay, you can comment
Sir,
8 after.
according to IS method, there is only circular included, no?
Yeah, only circular. If you check the question paper also, on circular tank he has asked the IS code method. Okay, means for rectangular it is very lengthy process, and minimally it will take 45 to 1 hour to design one design. Okay, so he is asking only for circular tank, that too for IS code method and approximate method. Okay, and for rectangular, in approximate method we have two methods. That is one simpler method. I will write here. See, for a rectangular one, sorry, here again we have two cases. If L by B is greater than 2, or and L by B is lesser than 2, okay, again we have two conditions, and also here we have approximate method and IS method. Okay, if you solve with respect to approximate method, means we will solve within 10 to 15 minutes. If you go for IS method, means it is more lengthier. In approximate method, again it is of two types. It is left to you which one you will use. So here we will take T as 150 mm, or T equals to 30 times the H plus 50, and etc. And here uh, we have some formulas, that is WL square upon 12 fixed end moments, WL square upon 8 for center and mid span. Here what we will do, we are directly calculating here, but in another method, in approximate method, another, with the help of moment distribution, we are determining the moments. Okay, we have to, this is 60, then we have to balance it. Okay, we have another lengthy process. Okay, so what I do is that we will go for both the methods, but see which one will be easier for you. Okay, so in rectangular we have two methods, and mostly in all the question paper he has asked which is lesser than 2 only, not greater than 2. For greater than 2, again the procedure is very bigger one. So once, before attending the class, what you do, just check different types of question that he has asked. Okay, So in a rectangular and square, he has asked which is L by B, which is lesser than 2. Okay, lesser than 2, that to max time. And circular, he has asked maximum, he has asked approximate method, and 20% he has asked on IS code method. This is also easy, but it will take you have to go for each and every code book to check the tables. There are a number of tables in part 4. Okay, in part 4 we have a number of tables we have to see, and we have to determine the height factor. Okay, don't get confused, just do one thing. I will explain all the methods. Okay, see which method is easy for you, you can follow that one. Okay, so at 3 o'clock, what I will take the class, and the class will be on rigid basis, approximate method, and circular tank by IS method. Okay, so comment your roll numbers, and at 3 o'clock attend the class.